Okay, so today is Monday. It's day 11 of incorporating the to be mindset into my lifestyle. I have made it through now 2 weekends, and I'll say that I feel good. I don't feel that, even though I had some setbacks with introducing dairy back into my diet and then having an adverse reaction and seeing the weight creep back up, like I don't feel like I failed. And really looking at everything, I today am standing at a 3.2 pound weight loss. And so we encourage people, to focus on 2 pounds at a time, or just, 1 pound a week. So, I mean, really in 11 days with some setbacks, I'm down 3.2 pounds. So that's something that really I'm trying to focus on, is just seeing movement and not getting ahead of the game. And so having Alana, having the group has been really helpful. I spent all yesterday, all Sunday in the hospital with a family friend who is in ICU. And I found myself driving to the hospital thinking like, oh, I'm going to, pick up some, this or that for my friend because it was stressful. And then I found myself thinking about how, I might eat something that, is comfort food. But then I had this war inside my head, and I feel that, Alana said that it's not gotten any easier for her. She still has those conversations and those tendencies that she can go back to, but she has the right conversation in her head. And so, she shared with us on one of the calls that, she had lost her mother, and people kept bringing her cakes and cookies and all that stuff, saying, eat this so you'll feel better. And, she didn't. And then she got off track for a little bit, and then she's like, no. And, she's like, that was so inconsiderate of people. But that is our society, that we're taught and we reinforce and we push comfort foods on people, thinking that's going to make them feel better. And it's so temporary, and it doesn't fix anything. So I found myself reminding myself of the conversations that we've had with her, and that that's not going to fix anything. It's not going to fix the stress or change anything. And so I kept thinking I brought my water bottle with me. I ate a good breakfast before I left. I drank tons of water before I left. I bought a smart water bottle. I had two of them. I had 2 30-ounce bottles. So I was there. I kept thinking water first, water first, water first, water first. And when we ended up having dinner, we split a very small pizza and had big salad. So I feel that I didn't feel stressed about being at the hospital. I didn't feel I was annoyed by the food that was offered at the hospital, but whatever. But I didn't feel enraged about it, or I'm going to use this to my advantage to have a reason to cheat. So that was, a change in my mindset. And it was so good to know that I had control. And even though the scale went up a couple days ago due to the dairy and whatnot, I did see the scale go down. Let's see, 0.2 pounds, since yesterday, and 0.4 pounds from the day before. So the thing is, the one thing that I learned from Tony Robbins, if you can't make things better, just don't make it worse. So my thing is, some people would get annoyed, and my old self would get annoyed, but I'm like, okay, I'm seeing weight loss. It's maybe not it's not the 2 pounds that I gained back, but I'm seeing that. And so, Alana talks about the fact that we're so new to this, but then by, month one, she sees people where they start thinking oh, I know what to do after tracking, and I know how to get back to there. So I've been tracking, and it was funny because I teach people that whatever is not working in your life, it's going to feel natural to do a certain thing or think a certain way or act a certain way. Do the exact opposite if you don't want to stay in the current state, your condition that you're in. And so I found myself not wanting to get on the scale. I found myself not wanting to track. And then I made myself do it, because this is going to become a habit. And, that is so important. And so she really talked to us, today on a call about not saying oh, we fell off, I was so bad, that, she's looking at people's trackers, we're sharing the little treats instead of cheats that we've had, and we're still seeing weight loss. So she's like, we get into this habit of being so self-loathing and hate ourselves and call ourselves bad, and then when you track things, you can see that some of these things aren't really that bad the way we've beat ourselves up for days on end because we had something. And, it was funny because yesterday Ryan told me, like, oh, I got your piece of cake from your favorite place. And I was like, oh, you're the reason why I'm not losing weight easily. But then, he sent back to me, water first. So the thing is, I am influencing my family, that he's picked that up just in 11 or yesterday, 10 days of me following this. He's drinking more water. He's eating more salads. He's lost a couple pounds, even though he's not following the whole 2B mindset. He doesn't really understand all of it. I've just been sharing little bits and pieces. But here's the thing is, you can change the mindset of yourself, and it can influence others by just being you, by showing up. So this is something that's really encouraging. But, as far as I am now, I'm halfway through day 11, down 3.2 pounds. Was down 5 pounds, but I'm not upset about it. I know I'll get back there, and I feel very confident about it. So I feel great because I love the interaction from other people, and I love them seeing it work on other people, and we're encouraging one another. And that's one thing that Alana said, is that success comes in groups. So when people in our group are thriving, when they're seeing success, if you jump on that bandwagon, if you get close to these people, if you see their clues that they're leaving for their success for you is going to follow.